Hey everybody. Yes, I'm filming this right after I film my Sunday chit chat, but I have that up. I went and put that up first because I know I'll start getting messaged. Teresa. Just messing with you. Anyway, yeah, so I kind of bombarded this one. Wendy Valencia put up a video about grocery budgets. She asked a bunch of questions, and I'm sure a lot of you have already seen that video. She did not tag me. I commented on her video. I said, I think I might do this. And she was like, yes, yes, please do this, whether she really wanted me to or not. I'm sure she did because she loves me, right, Wendy? Right? Maybe. Anyway, and then last night after I got off of work, I watched Sensible Living with Money Mom's video, and she tagged me in it. And she took it from Wendy. So whichever, we're all gonna. It's kind of like a collab, a tag. Yeah. So, okay. So, there's a lot of questions, and but when I answer these questions, you all need to remember I have everybody every day is 8 people, but technically I have 10. I have my son who doesn't live here, but just comes in and eats when he feels like it, and his fiance that I'm starting to think like, okay, we're gonna have Jacob and Alicia, so that's like 2 more. So if I know they're coming, I have to think of feeding for 10. I also have on a regular basis the 2 girls that come. They haven't been here since Christmas break, but they're vegetarian. And so I got to think of them. I know they're coming spring break for a week already. So I'm already thinking, okay, I'm going to do vegetarian dinners all week, which is fine with us. But, what are we having? That type of thing. So, okay. So moving forward, how much do you think is reasonable for your grocery budget and why? Okay. She mentioned Jordan Page, who I love, from funcheaperfree.com. If you don't know who she is, if you're not, go check her out. She's got awesome views. Anyway, Jordan Page says $100 per person a month. I digress with this just a little bit. I do agree it depends on where you live, and the ages of your children, or the ages of who you're feeding either. It doesn't have to be your children, in the ages. Because what my children ate when they were little to what they eat now is a huge difference. It's huge. Jordan Page her oldest is 8, which I'm sure he's going to start eating more soon, and she might start, she might say, okay, we need to up the grocery budget. But as for now, she does $100 per person per month. Okay. So, just as an example, I know you all have seen these. Those little Michelina meals that they have in the grocery stores are like 10 for 10, or they're $1 a piece, and they've got usually chicken nuggets and those smiley face french fries or something. I used to get those for my twins, a lot. This was before I was in my 30s, but this is before I really started paying attention to what's in our foods and stuff, so no judgment. I used to split one of those between 2 of them. Easily. Going back, I could have made more, I could have saved more money if I made their food. I did not, but that just goes to the difference now. That wouldn't even be a snack. Just to come up, they'd be like, what the hell is this? And why are you feeding me only this? And I need food. So, however, though, my grocery budget is still, I try for $8.50. That's $100 per person per month. The last couple of months, it's been $9.50 to $1,000. We're about hitting the $1,000 mark this month for groceries. But you all see, anyway. So I do believe it goes for the age of your children, or the age of the people you're feeding, and the area where you live. Like Wendy lives in DC, in the DC area. I actually grew up in Maryland. So I do know in that area the prices are high, a lot higher. So, but here where I live, like, I can walk to a Walmart. It's about almost a mile down the road, not too far. 5 dozen eggs are $7 and some odd cents. The Walmart I live to, it is literally about 4 miles away, 5 miles away. A 5 dozen thing of eggs is $3.30. So you can bet your booty I will spend that little extra in gas and go save, because that's like 2 gallons of gas I'm saving right in the eggs. So yeah, so it depends. Okay, let me move on to the questions, because I could keep talking about grocery budgets all day long. Okay, does the food budget count on the cost of food in your area? I did kind of answer that. I kind of went on my own. Yes, you need to search out the cheapest price for your stores. 2 places that I know of right now you can do grocery pickup. You can do it at Sam's, and you can get anything at Sam's on the pickup. Walmart, you can pretty much get anything on the pickup at Walmart. So there's 2 places, so you don't even have to go in, and it's free. So, those are options that you can use. I'm not using food stamps anymore. I can tell you this though, if you are, Sam's Club, you can use food stamps on the pickup. You have to you pull up to their little pickup line. There's a glass door. You walk into the glass door and you pay the person right there, because you can pay in cash or whatever. Walmart is debit card only for right now. So I wish they would change that, but we'll see. Okay, so do you use places like Zaycon Fresh? I have not. I have thought about it. For the size of family that I have. So what we're going to do this month, while I have some extra money, because tax return, the plan is to go into Sam's, because we really like their meat, and buy the 80-pound box of ground beef, and we're going to see what they have for chicken, and we're going to see how that works out for the amount, the space, the storage, whatnot. You all have to also remember, I bought 35 pounds of ground beef this month for my family. 35 pounds. Would have been 30, but my lovely Great Dane decided to get, he can counter serve. And I was letting a lasagna cool, and I walked off because I went to the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. He took it off the counter. Ate half of it. Yeah, I know he can do that. And yes, he has done that, but not a whole lasagna. He's taken like a slice of bread or something. But when I walked away, he was sleeping on the dog bed. So I had to go back and buy another 5 pounds of meat, which was $18.78. Well, it's 4.5 pounds of ground beef. It was $18.78. And so that was extra I had to spend on my grocery budget this month. So, okay. So we're going to try and we're going to see if it's worth it. And meaning worth it, do I want to pay them, wait 2 months to get the meat, or do I just want to go to Sam's and get the meat on my own? So, okay. So that's a no, it's a maybe, I don't know. Do you shop Costco, Sam's? Do you think it raises or lowers the budget? Yes. I never had a Costco close to me until I moved here. So I am going to actually go check it out when I have a car. It's still 20 minutes away, but it's close enough. So I'm going to go check it out. Don't know if I'm going to shop there yet. I do have a Sam's Club here. So obviously, but I have tunnel vision when I go into those big stores like that. My kids do not need, or myself or my husband, I should say, but my kids do not need, to have 20 pounds of cookies in the house or things like that. However, I will buy their sliced cheese. It's like this big, and I take it apart and I freeze it. So that will last me a month, and it's like $11 comparatively per slice. Excuse me. So I will buy that. You see all the sandwiches we make. And not having a car since we've lived in Jacksonville, I've noticed that I'm paying way more than I should for cheese slices, and it's driving me bananas, but whichever. I do think their meat deals are better. That's the only place. My husband is extremely picky on meat. He'll take Walmart's meat and deal with it. He drove me bananas when I bought all that Aldi's meat. He was all for it. And then it was fatty and gritty, and he just was like, I know we bought it, but I don't want to eat it. And I'm like, you're eating it, and that's just how it's going to be. So he ate it, he muddled through, but I was kind of told never again for that store's organic ground beef, grass-fed ground beef. So I personally shop Sam's Club. I also try to do the pickup so I don't get in there and get, oh, look at this, or oh, I'm hungry, or oh, I've done that before. It's bad to do in Sam's Club. But yeah, so, when I'm actually doing my monthly grocery, I will, but it's for mostly meat and cheese, and in the summertime I'll buy the mayonnaise packets, so that way if we go out for whatever reason, I can just throw some mayonnaise packets in there. I will look at their vegetables. I'll look at their prices on their vegetables. If they're good, fine. If not, I'll go to Aldi. That type of thing. But you really have to be careful. I don't like to give my kids a lot of processed food. I don't want to eat a lot of processed food. We do. Trust me, I get on them junk kicks, and I will, but it's not in the house. So there's days I just can't. And then there's days is, do I really want to spend the money? And then there's days is somebody go to the store for me while I'm working, because if I don't get chips or chocolate, I'm going to hurt somebody. Depends on the time of the month. Okay. So next, do you coupon or use sales flyers? I do use sales flyers, a lot. I go through their weekly ads and see what is cheaper where. I pretty much know all the prices for the most part for like cans and normal regular stuff, but I kind of look at their fruits. I used to look at their meats. I'm not allowed to look at their meats anymore, so. But canned stuff and that type of thing. Yeah. All right. Coupons. That's another thing my husband and I bicker about. He thinks it's a waste of money for me to go get a paper or print them out because of printer ink, and then I end up buying stuff we don't need or want. I never find anything for the foods that we eat because most of the coupons are on processed stuff that we're not going to buy anyway. And then it does also, I agree with the food part, it will give me reason to say, ooh, let me try those cookies, I would really like to coupon for like household stuff and get things for free or cheap, but then we bicker over you're still getting the papers and you're still spending this and blah blah blah, and it's almost like choose your battles. And because every time I try to get a newspaper, he has a fit. So not really a fit, but I don't see the purpose in, I just choose my battles. Do you meal prep? Yeah, I absolutely do meal prep. Does it save money? Absolutely. One, with the sandwiches and the oatmeal. It's portioned, and I portion enough in each bag of oatmeal, so it's a bowl, and they're full. It's not like the little packets that you get at the store that you have to put 2 or possibly 3 in, depending on who's eating it, for a bowl of oatmeal. The sandwiches, because of the bread. I know this sounds funny, but we will go through bread in this house like it is nobody's business. For everybody in my house to have 2 sandwiches a day, and this is just 1 peanut butter and jelly and 1 lunch meat sandwiches, that is 32 loaves of bread a month. Now, knowing they don't do that, and knowing I can't store that many at once, I will buy the meat ahead and freeze it so we have it. But I will go out and buy the bread, weekly. So it's insane. I do need to make my own bread. I really, 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 really do. I have no clue how. I don't have a bread maker. I've been looking into those big pans. That's my next venture. But yeah, I mean, if I didn't meal prep the oatmeal, there's no way it would go as far as it did. No way. If I didn't meal prep their sandwiches, do you know how much peanut butter and jelly and lunch meat we would go through in a month? Yeah. So it's already pre-portioned. They get 3 slices of meat on their sandwich and 1 piece of cheese, and then I let them put their mayonnaise and mustard, or if we have lettuce and tomato and they want that on there and it's there, then go ahead. But the actual sandwich itself, it is the 18th, I think. 18th today, it's Sunday. But we meal prepped on the 7th. So I still have sandwiches left. And I still have 3 things of lunch meat in the freezer. So, yeah. So yes, I do meal prep. I do think meal prepping the casseroles is better. Chilies, spaghetti sauces, all of that. It makes it easier, and it's already done. So you can't say, oh, I was planning on having spaghetti, but we want burgers today. Instead, you make burgers, but then when it comes to spaghetti, you don't have the meat for it, and then you're running out. So it's kind of like excuse me, it's kind of like you kind of gotta stick to your meal plan that way for the most part. I do put $50 a week. This last week was $75 because of the dog and the meat, but I do put $50 a week for groceries in to the grocery budget, because that's produce, bread, anything else we might want. Like the kids wanted pizza this week. I added that in. So, and that took a meal off of my meal plan per se, but it didn't, I still have that meal in here. So next month, if say we have a meal or 2 left, I can still budget out for the 31 days, but I have an extra 2 meals, and now I'm like, I can throw those in there. It all depends. So yes, I do. Do you plan a monthly or weekly meal plan? Does it save you money? Oh, monthly? I do monthly, and I shop huge monthly. But weekly, I add, the little things. Like I said, the produce, the bread, all that fun stuff. Okay. Have you ever tried a meal planning service? For my size of family, that is way too expensive. Way out of my budget. Yeah, no. Not happening. How much do you eat out, and how do you budget for that? We don't eat out at all. Okay, that's a lie. Every once in a while, especially on an overtime paycheck or something like that, I'll order dinner in. Well, this is because we haven't had a car. So, I try to give them a treat every once in a while. To me, I don't care. I got some wild hair going on. To me, I don't care. Well, I do, because there's some days I want it to. But, I'll order pizza. All right. The one time we ordered pizza and living in this house, it was from Domino's. It took 3 hours to get here. It was cold. It was you can tell it was overcooked and sitting under heat. And when we got it, it was cold. We called and complained, and they didn't care. Not that I wanted anything for free, but nobody talked to us. They were like, oh. So I was pissed, to say the least. Because to buy pizza for my house, by the time there's 8 of us, so if I even get 4 pizzas and get them on sale after tax and delivery, it's easily a $50 bill. Easily. If we try to get an extra 1 just in case, somebody's still hungry, it'll rack it up. So we don't do that often, but we have done it. And I always try to do the half off deals or 40% off deals, or I don't do it. As far as taking everybody out to eat, if I took everybody in this house out to eat to McDonald's, just say a regular meal is what? We'll just say regular, okay? It's $8 because I don't take them out often. I don't restrict them much when we go out. Let them enjoy themselves. So we'll say, and then after tax and whatnot, 8 times 8, and I'm horrible at math. I think it's 64, 72. Yeah. Yep. So it is. So it's $64 just to go to McDonald's. Nope. Now, I am, because I did say, yes, my taxes are approved and they're being sent to my bank this week. I have promised them, because they have been troopers through everything, the move, staying at my friend's house, here, that we would go out to eat. They've all voted. Well, I told them we'd get takeout one night and we would go out one night. So they want Golden Corral, which is fine by me because it's all you can eat and they can eat their heads off. But that's going to, depending on the time of day we go, which I'm already planning on lunch because it's cheaper, that's going to be like $80, $90. And takeout, God knows, they want Chinese, so I don't know. But yeah, this is not blowing that money. This is trying to give them what most families at least do once a week. Mine doesn't do it at all. So it's a treat. They've asked, I told them, okay. So that's going to be just for 2 nights. Just rounding it up, we'll say $175. So no, we don't go out to eat hardly at all. That's just crazy. Every once in a while, if I'm doing a lot of errands and I'm driving a car, yes, I might drive through somewhere. It's not the best option, but I have done that. But that's not for everybody at once. And that's just, oh my gosh, I'm starving and I don't want to walk into the store hungry because I'll buy the whole store. But other than that, so to answer the question, how much do you eat out and do you budget for that? I don't budget to eat out because I can't afford to budget to eat out. So if it comes to extra money, and I try to maybe once, twice a year, maybe. But all right, well, that's my thoughts on grocery budgeting. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I could talk about this all day. This video is 22 minutes long. But yeah, so if you all like this video or have any questions, you can like, subscribe, comment. If you want to do the pickup and have never done the Walmart grocery pickup, I do have a link down below. We'll give you $10 off your first order and give me $10. I can always use $10. My kids eat way too much. So you don't have to. I'm just saying. But yeah, so I have that link down below. All my social media is down below. And I will see you next time. Bye.